Hello, this is Sid, and this is a better text into Source Engine tutorial. You will need a version of Blender. You will need a version of Blender Source Tools. The versions don't matter as long as they work together. I'll leave that part up to you. So, I've also got an overlay for my inputs in case you get lost. Text. Sadistic. We can change where this text fits by going into this text tab. I want it centered. I want it centered again. And I want the font to look like something else. Windows 10 installs fonts or custom fonts into a different folder to Windows 7. Change that. Directory path to your own system. What font did I use for the original title? I forget. I think it was this one. That looks about right. Okay. We are going to fill only the front because we're going to have the back of the model up against the wall, so that's fine. We can turn the resolution down because it's a pretty basic font. Basically, what this does is reduce the poly count. And as far as font choice goes, you want a font that doesn't have too many curves or details to it. Otherwise, when you do reduce this preview resolution, it tends to look a bit sketchy. We like nice, simple fonts. This one is extremely simple to my benefit. Geometry. We're going to extrude it. So what that does is that makes it 3D. We can see that the back is hollowed out to reduce our poly count. I guess that can go like that. So now that my font and text and geometry is done, I can right click it, convert to mesh. Now it is an editable 3D object. We're going to go to the materials look. We're going to make some new textures. Here are some textures I've already made, and we're going to use these file names as the names in this list here. Text face. Text side. I'm going to select everything and assign it to text side. And base color, image texture, go to the folder I have those materials in. I want the sides to be this black texture. It's obviously changed everything, that's okay. We can just turn that down so it looks a bit better in the viewfinder. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go selecting faces, select all of these, oh shit, X-ray mode. And we'll select those faces again by their center dots. So now I have the face selected and we will assign it to text face. Give this the image texture, that. So now it looks a bit funky with how it's UV mapped. Just drag this across here. Oh, shit. UV editor. And now what I can do is project from view, and we will scale this up. to suit the texture a bit. It's not the best texture to use, but whatever. And there we have it. That should look just fine in game. Now to scale it up to the correct dimensions, we'll go into our map and we'll just create a temporary brush to be the dimensions that we want the model to be. So this box looks to be a decent size, so it should fill the space quite nicely. So we can grab our dimensions from this thing here. 32 on the Z. 192 on the Y. And 1312 on the X. Blender units translate directly to hammer units, which is quite handy. That's actually stretched a bit vertically. So if I go one in, that brings it to 160. Let's see how that looks. Better. Now we need to apply the scale. Control A. Boom. Easy. The model is done. We can change the name of this object to something we can remember. So just stick title. And now we go into this tab. We make the export path. SMD. You need to rename the collection to the title you want. And that will export that as the SMD with that name. Easy, done. Now we need to go into here. Model.qc, it's just a generic text folder. Give the model a name, that's what it's going to appear. Well, that's the directory it's going to save in and the name that it's going to be given. My body refers to this thing here. We don't need a URL in front of it because the model QC, well, the SMD is in the same file as the model's QC, so that's fine. Static prop, whatever. Surface prop, default, because it doesn't have a collision, it doesn't matter either. And CD materials, this will point to where we're going to have our textures put. And idle sequence is going to be the idle.smd. This is just an empty SMD. Let me know if you need these files. I can send them to you. We'll save that model QC. Now we launch Crowbar. Crowbar is the other thing you need. Teehee. I've already made the title previously, so it's already pointing to my model.qc. That's in the compile tab there. Output to your game directory's model folders. Dun 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 dun. Done. Now we can go into Hammer. Oh yeah, by the way, I've already got my textures installed in the materials folder as well from the old title that I had there. I'll just apply that brush and get rid of it just to reset that. Prop static is my default. World model. Surf Sidness. And there's our new title. Just rotate it upwards. Oh, wrong way. Bang. Done. How easy is that? And it's even in the dimensions we listed. Perfect. Simple as that. Enjoy mapping. Kwanzaa.